Let's go for a swim. 95 degrees today. But we're doing it. Let's get Echo in the water. Yeah, go for a swim. Yeah. Echo, go. Go. Go for a swim. Go for a swim. Go for a swim. Go on, go for a swim. Yes. He's happy. Echo, go for a swim. Go for a swim. Go for a swim. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Back to camp. Are you hungry? So this is how we spent the afternoon since about lunchtime, and now it's about 8 o'clock. Sun's gonna be down in about half hour. I angled the trailer pretty much as good as I could, basically perfectly. So the awning has kept that side of the trailer pretty cool. But, I mean, it's still super hot inside the trailer. But Echo and I, we just been sleeping in there. He's a good buddy in the heat. He went in the lake a little bit earlier and he was totally cool after that. So he napped really good. Oh, just trying to keep us cool as we continue on making our way to the northwest. We'll be in Oregon in a day or two, where it's going to be no warmer than about 80 degrees and plenty of shade. I should show you guys how I do Nomad French toast sometime. It's super easy. Oh yeah. It's almost 5 o'clock. The sun is not up yet. Echo's not up. Oh, I'm gonna get out of Idaho hopefully today, but man, every day I'm driving more and more miles. Today I think I gotta do 350 miles to get up into Oregon if I want to get to the cooler weather. We'll see if that happens. Things are going good though. The only hard part is just the end of the day, it starts to get kind of hot. Like by the end of the driving day, like around noon, it starts to get hot. And then that's when I start thinking, okay, I got to find a place for us to camp. This spot worked out pretty good, but you know, it was hot. It was like 95, but luckily we had clouds. So the sun wasn't beating down on the trailer the whole time. And Echo went in the lake 2 times. So he was actually really cool. guys are lucky. I'm showing you the realities of nomad life. Yeah, so I stayed here. We didn't do 380 today, we did like 280, and that was plenty. We're at a rest area, and this tree gave us shade. The sun was over there, gave us shade for about half the time, but the last few hours it's been pretty hot inside. Whew, and actually the inside temperature, it got up to 98 degrees when outside supposedly it's supposed to be like 96, something like that. But it's, you know, I wasn't sitting outside, we were just inside laying down with both fans on, and the only comfortable place to lay down is in the bed. And in fact, it's even hotter like in the bed area back here than anywhere else in the trailer because there's no windows back there. But you're just so hot, you just want to lay still. So it's kind of, I don't know. It worked, you know, it worked. And I did put actually Echo in the shower, got him wet, and he liked that. And that really does cool him down pretty quickly. You're a good dog. It probably wasn't the best decision because it's pretty miserable, if you can't tell. But now that the sun is just about down, things should start to cool off here. And I just didn't want to do that extra 100 miles because I still needed to stop and get water, gas, maybe some groceries at the Walmart, and find camp. And being tired and everything, I probably should have still done it because it was only another 100 miles. But I was just done driving for the day. That's how I felt anyway. And then by the time I was kind of in there cooking, I was like, maybe I should just keep driving because it'll be cooler. It'll be about 10 degrees cooler. Plus there'll be plenty of shade because I'll be at a campsite in the trees. But by that time it was like 94, 95 degrees, something like that. And I just don't like to drive when it's that hot. But this spot here, yeah, at this particular rest area, see, normally you have to pull in where the big trucks are, and they're so loud, especially when they're like running the air conditioners now. They're so loud, and you have to have the windows open because it's so hot. So since I've been to this rest area a few times, I've seen people pull into this kind of little secret spot here, and this is kind of where the cars park. But sometimes big rigs will park here, but a lot of times I'll see trailers and other campers parked right here, and there's plenty of room. So we're gonna spend the night here. I am exhausted and like hot. I'm gonna take like a shower, like a rinse, you know, just water, no soap, just to cool off. Can you tell where I am? We made it to the Northwest. We're in Oregon. It's nice here. Really nice. Where we stayed last night was, you know, it worked. It was hot though. I mean, it was so hot. Inside the trailer was just like, it was like hell. I mean, it was, you know, we survived. But I probably should have just kept booking it to get to here because it was only about 80 degrees here today. And it was actually cloudy all day. We're up in the mountains once again. It's quiet. That's why I took like a really good shower just a minute ago, because I'm not going to be sweating now, you know, every day. I only drove maybe 120 miles today, something like that. So I was able to sleep in at the rest area, which was actually really quiet. So the nighttime there worked out really well for me and Echo. We got a lot of good sleep. This video, I guess, is just kind of to remind you guys and show you guys that sometimes I do drive a lot of miles, like I'll put a lot of miles on. It's usually because I'm trying to beat the heat, and that's something that nomads do, is we are driven in a certain direction by the weather, based on what kind of rig we have, what kind of air conditioning we have, power, water, pets, all that stuff will determine kind of where you go. And I'm still kind of getting used to that. What happens to me is I kind of get stuck in the Arizona mountains, especially like around the Flagstaff area, all around there, Williams, that area, because it's amazing there and the weather is crazy good. Even like right now, I think it's like 80 degrees or something. And then I ended up in Utah. I went up in the mountains again in Utah, and I was like, oh, the weather's so nice. So I kind of forget, and then I look at the temperature of the path I'm planning to travel, because I know I need to eventually get to the Northwest. And then I see, oh, it's getting hot. And so that's why I tried to book it in the last 4 days, was because if I would have waited, 4 days longer, then it would have been over 100 degrees where we were staying. So as it was, we were hitting 92, 95, 97, 98 degrees, I think it was, the rest area. So at least, it was under 100. If I would have waited any longer, it would have been over 100 to get to where I want to get to now, which is Oregon and Washington State. I like that, though. Like, I like that the weather dictates my travels. As long as everything, is running good, then, it's doable. And Echo is he puts up with a lot. Like, he helps a lot. And we had a great trip. Everything ran really, really good. We didn't have any problems. I kept checking things, put air in the tires, change the oil, always checking like the hookup and not detaching when I got to a place where I'm only going to be one night, because then in the morning it's easier to leave. I can leave quicker. And leaving early. My alarm has been set for 4:40 every morning, except last night from the rest area. I just slept until I woke up, and I actually woke up at like 5:30 or something. So getting up at 4 o'clock, then it takes me a couple hours before we're actually on the road. But by that time, the sun is just coming up, and we're driving at the coolest part of the day. So I drive till about noon or something like that, and then we find a place to camp in the heat. There's just some stuff for you guys to think about when you're traveling long distances, and you don't really have an air conditioning option. The backup is always going to an RV park, and you can plug this thing in, and then you can run the AC all you want. But that takes more time, it takes money, and it's not that fun. It works. It does work, and I've definitely done that before. This guy's been so good. He gets so tired when I drive. It's pretty funny. We went on a hike today. Good dog. Hey, you made it all the way to the end of the video. Good job. If you want to see more Got Out videos, check out our Patreon, you guys. We got lots of extra videos over there. Breaking Bad.